You can tell just by taking a quick peek at me that I am a highly trained, lethal combat machine. Millions of years of fine-tuned evolution has led to the apotheosis of fighting. Me. If we walked by each other on the street, you'd look over your shoulder out of fear, praying that I don't decide to beat your ass. And if you're lucky, I won't. And it's all thanks to my extensive knowledge of martial arts. More specifically, the most intense discipline, Bullshido. This is probably my biggest guilty pleasure content online. I love fake martial arts. Online, it's referred to as Bullshido. There's an entire subreddit dedicated to it, a Twitter account. I think it's also blowing up on TikTok as well. It's a scam that's been around for at least 50 years where some goober will open up a dojo and, call it a self-defense course, and it's just absolute outrageous fucking nonsense, and they pass it off as martial arts. The most notable example of this is actually Steven Seagal. I'm sure all of you are familiar with him. He is an iconic, timeless specimen of Bullshido. If you watch any of his demonstrations of his expertise in martial arts, you'll have someone grab his arm and then Steven Seagal will do this and the guy fucking flips around like he just got hit by a car going 60 miles per hour. Like he just ragdolls people by looking at them. Force blasts. He'll take their finger and he'll tickle it a little bit and the person has a heart attack, right? And it's all for show. Obviously, none of it's real. The people that are having the maneuvers performed on them just sell it, and it's supposed to get some students to sign up to the course under this ridiculous belief that it's real. But the video footage that exists from these courses is unbelievably entertaining. Some of the best footage online, period. This old timer's looking extremely powerful. He could probably beat up a tech support scammer through the telephone. He gets a phone call from the scammer's like, hey, you got a virus on your computer, pay us and we'll fix it. And he just says, you're already dead. Hangs up and then the guy fucking explodes. Because it turns out this guy did 15 karate blasts at the phone and it killed the guy. He is not to be messed with. Every part of his body is a weapon. He can fatality your ass from any position. So, in one of those, the guy just comes up behind him and, taps him on the shoulder, and then he fucking flies off the screen. God forbid one of his grandchildren come up to try and get his attention, poke him on the back. That just straight up snapped their neck, it seems. If he doesn't want to be moved, there's not a force in this universe that can make him move. Not even God. It's like pulling the sword from the stone here. The guy trying to lift him even tries biting on his ear a little bit to no avail. He won't budge. And then eventually, he sends him flying thanks to his overwhelming spiritual pressure. This old timer's got such powerful aura, he could probably kill people just by entering the same room as them.
So it'll give me and then
Just when you thought it was safe to ask Grandpa to pull your finger, he's got a move for that too. And he's lucky he didn't perform the full fatality. This one's one of my favorites. This is an older video. I've seen it at least 20 times. Every time this gets posted somewhere, I can't help but watch the entire thing. So obviously I've been doing a bit of a deep dive through Bullshido subreddit because it's got not only the classic bangers, but also some new ones. So it's just a nice array of things that I'd like to showcase today from the subreddit. I legitimately love this technique, the fucking forbidden turbo slap jutsu here. I've tried it myself every time I watch this, and it's legitimately painful on the entirety of my arm. It's kind of impressive how quickly they're able to throw the slaps out, and if you watch them do it, they're hitting themselves more often than they're even throwing something out. So they keep slapping themselves in the face and on the chest, but it makes such a good sound. And it's really cool to just watch the fucking phalanges fly around like this. I don't know, it's very satisfying, especially when he's running around doing it.
Нет, нет, давай. Приблизь камеру.
Obviously, you're not winning any fights against a human being with this technique, but it is extraordinarily deadly if you're being chased around by a couple of pages out of a textbook. So if you've got to slap some paper that's bugging you, you might want to try some of these maneuvers that they're teaching you here.
You'll see me cutting the arms, Ukanagashi here, Tenkan there, Tigatana here, Tigatana here, Tigatana, Ukanagashi here. Always moving, always cutting them out of the way. Keep going. Here.
This class, I believe, is just being taught in his living room. They just push the couch back and then bring the students in. So he's teaching this very elegant, majestic maneuver about how to fight multiple opponents, and you clearly can't argue with the results here. Highly effective against a group of opponents that also happen to lack object permanence, so when you brush them off, they lose all their steam, and they have to like relocate you and try and remember where they are. It may not work very well against people grounded in reality and are actually trying to hurt you in a fight, but who knows, maybe it's worth giving a try. Just give them one of these, tap them on the back, and I don't know, maybe run away. Like, maybe that could be more effective than trying to just keep, like, doing some of this. Though I do really like the clothesline at the end. I don't know why he decided to clothesline them. That seems like it wasn't even part of the lesson. He was just improvising there and thought it'd be a nice cherry on top of the cake. But I appreciate it. This one had DMCA music, so I'll just talk you through it. This is the Finger Master. He's an expert of all things related to finger-based combat. I mean, and just look at him. He's built like a killer. He looks like Executioner Smog from Dark Souls. So you can't even get near him, really. He's super slippery, super powerful. Just an all-around elite warrior. You can see his guard is never down, and no matter what you do, you're not penetrating his defenses here. Like, and look at it, again, look at the power he's able to exert through just a single finger. And then he gives him the old, the washing machine twist, and there's just nothing you can do about it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Charlie, I'll just wait to strike him when he's sitting down. That way I have the advantage and he has no way of fighting back. You absolute imbecile. You think an elite warrior like that wouldn't also be able to beat your ass 1,000 ways to Sunday while also in the seated position? You absolute fool. Some say he's even more powerful while sitting down. You can see that his opponent's really out for blood, trying to hurt him, but just can't. Every time he makes contact with a human body, he sends excruciating pain into his victim, causing the entire body to shut down. I believe he calls it the cheese touch technique. He just is able to do anything he wants. Look at this, wrapping him up like a fucking pretzel. Hurting people is as easy as breathing for him. Just look at how much fun he's having. Even while sitting down, there is just no one that can match his expertise in martial arts. I really do love Bullshido. Fake martial arts is really goofy to watch, but it is sad to think that there are people that pay for these classes thinking that it works. And God forbid they ever get into a real fight and try and use these techniques, they're going to get themselves hurt significantly worse than if they had just tried to, like, run away or something. You'd probably get further if you just did this with your arms and just start flailing around wildly than trying to use any of these techniques, like trying to push a pressure point that causes your opponent to shit their pants or something. So it is sad to think about the people that get scammed into believing this and paying for it. But man, is it fun to watch. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah. If I asked you to list the greatest martial artists of all time, I'm sure you'd go to the standard Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, Steven Seagal. But amongst these titans, there has always laid a far more proficient, deadly weapon that nobody dares speak the name of. Tom Cameron.
Are you talented? Are you ready to be discovered? Are you one of tomorrow's stars of Hollywood and/or Broadway? If you answered yes or maybe to some of these questions, then we'd love to showcase your talent on Steve Gadlin's Star Makers.
Steve Gadlin, in his blissful ignorance, was unaware of the can of worms he was about to unleash upon our planet by inviting the Tom Cameron onto the show to demonstrate his talent. If you can even call it talent. It's pretty much a curse, because anyone on the receiving end of a Tom Cameron can of whoop-ass, they're dead. But not only are they dead, they don't go to heaven or hell. Their soul gets vaporized. It's a terrifying power that he wields. Tom Cameron could kill you through the computer screen with only a wink.
Enjoy Grandmaster Tom Cameron and his assistant Samantha with their exciting martial arts demonstration.
Good afternoon. My name is Tom Cameron. I'm a 7th degree black belt in Taekwondo. I'm a 4th degree in Hapkido, and I also have black belts in several other different art styles.
The art he's referring to is the art of killing. There isn't a discipline of combat that Tom Cameron hasn't mastered, and then some. He transcended what it even means to be a human being. He is able to use his spiritual pressure to de-atomize his foes if he so chooses.
I have my assistant here, Samantha. She's one of my black belt inductees, and she's going to be working with me. We're going to start out with very basic types of moves. If somebody grabs you, you can utilize a pressure point on the wrist to, if you punch it and come back, it numbs the hand, it causes the hand to reflex open. People are incapable of being able to hold on to an opponent.
Far be it from me to question the master. I know Tom Cameron's impressive resume, a black belt in every martial arts on the planet, a 10th degree black belt in Krav Maga and fucking your mother. But I just have to question, why do they always do this same demonstration for the most unrealistic self-defense shit ever? What bad guy is going to come up and, with one hand, grab your wrist and then just hold it there like a handshake? Like, you're never going to be able to just punch some dude's wrist who grabbed your arm, you know? Like, that doesn't happen. Also, you could probably get the same effect by just bopping him in the nose, you know what I mean? Like, you don't even need to just, like, hit the hand. Like, I feel like it'd be easier just to go, poof, you know, like one of those. Just get him with some of this, and then maybe a little of this, and then fucking start milking him a bit, you know? That would have him reflexively be like, oh my god, I'm going to let go of this guy's arm.
The thing that sets our art apart is the fact that we do use energy projection as well as sound. Grab hold of my hand, like a Roman grab. Good. Now I'm going to try and pull you. I want you to resist as much as possible. Do not get down in a good stance. Don't let me pull you. Resist.
That guy is an immovable object right now. Not even Tom can make him budge an inch. No doubt he is also a 26th degree black belt in some martial arts discipline. Not sure what yet. I haven't studied his techniques enough. But Tom is going to teach us what to do when you're going up against somebody that might just be a little more powerful than you. So he's got him in like the Roman grab. And Tom, he's caught in between a rock and a hard place right now. And he's going to resort to using some energy and sound projections, which is a crucial part of his brand of combat.
But the sound, okay, thank you. But the sound to get the energy in the room moving towards me is actually the word me. So if he resists, and I say me, he's not able to resist me any longer. The energy actually forces him towards me. Now,
good heavens, the forbidden jutsu. He's using curse speech technique from Jujutsu Kaisen here. So there's a specific word to make the energy do what you want it to. He's an energy manipulator. He's able to take energy and using his vocab, have it bend to his will, I guess. And the word is me. So I guess try that out next time you're in like a situation where you're getting kidnapped and you can't overpower the kidnapper. Just start screaming, me! And like maybe move backwards and you'll fucking ragdoll the villains all over the place from the sound of things here. Tom's like a bat with the way he uses sound. This is some really good stuff here.
Because I'm a bigger guy, I can use physical force to do that. But if I'm doing it with a young lady like this, and I can resist, I can fight it, she can't get me. But if she uses that word, me, she actually is able to pull me off of my feet.
Holy shit, we almost lost Tom Cameron right there. Lord have mercy on that poor wooden structure that he crashed into. I was having a bad day. She threw him so hard with the sound techniques that nearly tossed Tom back through time. Like, he was flying all over the place.
There are sounds or phonemes that work for every direction. Now I'm going to try and push you. Get down into like a football stance. There you go. Come on a little closer to the microphone, I guess. And don't get one leg behind the other so you got a really good stance. Don't let me push you. Good. The sound is ho. So if I go ho, he's not able to resist. Try it one more time. Don't let me push you.
Just by calling someone a hoe, it briefly paralyzes them and lets you topple them over. So that's the pushing word. The pulling word is me. The pushing word is ho. Like, fucking Santa Claus, you'll never get the best of.
It seems very strange to us Westerners that we think that a simple sound or a phoneme would have the ability to affect a person in that way. What's even stranger is the idea that using the sound and projecting energy can actually knock somebody out.
Dropping the sarcasm for a second, I actually do feel kind of bad for Tom Cameron. He is legitimately struggling to get through a full sentence without taking a deep breath. That's concerning. That is like actually really concerning. I don't think there's any words or phrases that can help with that. He should really get it checked out, I would say. Because it's not like he's been doing a ton of physical maneuvers here. He didn't fucking run a marathon or anything. He moved like a few feet in 2 different directions, and that's about it. That's not good.
Samantha is going to try for her first time to actually knock me out using just the sound and the energy projection. Let me get this out of the way. You ready, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Flip him, flip him, flip him. Sit him up, sit him up. Sit him up. Get behind me, Gordon, for me. Thank you. Support him, correct.
Textbook techniques. This is what the Red Cross teaches you to do as well. When someone's knocked out, make sure to flip them over, sit them up, and then judo chop their neck 2 times like Austin Powers. And it works. Snaps him right back to reality. He was not shedding the mortal coil, not today. That right there, my friends, is the touchless KO, the power of energy projection and sound. Tom Cameron's masterpiece. And he was on the receiving end of it. He's not afraid to put his ass where his mouth is, and that's what makes him such an impressive sensei. He knows how deadly these techniques are, but he's not afraid to be on the receiving end of them to show us mere mortals the capabilities of this advanced fighting.
If you can,
Need one more round?
if you can shoot in tight, you should be able to see that the pupils are actually dilated as a result of the initial push, the energy push.
That's the face of a man who just met the Grim Reaper, but then said, "Not today. I've got more work to do." Also, I love how she goes over there and starts breaking all of his fingers. I mean, she was just like snapping them, I guess. I don't really know what cracking the knuckles is going to do to help somebody recover from an energy projected touchless KO, but I just love the idea that after he gets knocked out, she goes over and she's like, all right, this will finish him off, and then just starts breaking every finger in every which way. It's like watching a turtle on its shell. The way Tom struggles to get back to his feet is interesting, and the noise he makes when he starts to stand up is comical. It sounds like a thwomp from Super Mario 64. What a beautiful sound that was. I don't know what power that noise has that he roars out, But man, it was enough to make me feel something all the way out here.
And that's a demonstration of the touch of a snack hut. Yeah.
You might be wondering why there's no applause, and it's because the live studio audience was killed with the energy push. Samantha exerted a little too much force behind the energy, and not only did it knock out the great Tom Cameron, it unfortunately claimed the lives of all 40 souls that were in the building watching the performance.
What we witnessed when she used the sound and energy to make you fall.
What they are theorizing is that we actually have that humans, because we operate with an electro system in our nervous system, that somehow we've been able to develop the ability to interfere with the nervous system, and it kind of acts like a circuit breaker or a reboot system for a computer.
Checkmate, science, because Tom said so. I mean, it makes sense to me. Everyone knows about the brown note, which is a note that will set your butt to poop mode. Why couldn't the same concept apply to the rest of the nervous system, where it can blue screen you temporarily, force a reboot through the electromagnetic systems that we've become so adept at channeling through Tom's teachings? I think that checks out.
Wow, it's something to see. And Samantha, how much training do you need before you can tap into that and make that happen?
Preparing for a demonstration, just a few minutes, literally.
But how long have you been practicing these techniques before you were able to make someone fall with sound and motion?
A couple years.
I love her first answer. So how long did it take for you to fuck this man up like that? Oh, like a minute or two? Yeah, you can pretty much master all these techniques in a minute or two if the guy on the other end just wants to fall down. Yeah, but no, how long have you, studied this? Oh, I mean, I guess, years, I suppose. I just love that first answer. Expecting, 10 years. I had to drop out of school in order to pursue the fucking Tom Cameron discipline of martial arts full time. And only just now have I learned to tap into the electromagnetic boobagahoogie. Wow, amazing stuff. But instead her answer's oh yeah, 30 seconds. Tom said to just do this and he'll fall, so it didn't take a whole lot of practice. Anyway though, hopefully this made you a stronger warrior. Tom Cameron was giving away lessons for free today and we're all the better for it. That's really about it. See ya. I'm going to be honest, I'm sick and tired of you being so weak that you can't win every street fight you find yourself in, so I'm about to change that. You're welcome, no need to thank me. I'm going to introduce you to humanity's finest warrior, Adam. He is our combat specialist that is undefeatable and invincible. In fact, he's my sensei, and I've been studying under him for about a year now, and I don't like to toot my own horn, but just to give you an example of the power that he can bestow upon us mere mortals, I don't even get bit by mosquitoes anymore because I can sense them coming and channel my chi into my palms and actually force blast them away, deatomizing them. And check this out. Think about what I can do to the human body with that kind of power at my disposal, and it's all thanks to Adam's teachings. He is a Tai Chi expert.
Very light touch. Just 1 gram of pressure. Because it's correct, not because it's light. Light is just light. Or, he's so powerful, oh, he crushes me. I use not light, I use heavy.
Almost too much heavy nearly launched that man into an alternate timeline. This is what it looks like to be truly at the top of your game. He barely even has to touch him, and he's sending him flying. He's fucking ragdolling him here. He is potato sacking this poor gentleman for the demonstration. And keep in mind, that's only using one little tiddlywink of pressure, just 1 simple gram of pressure. Imagine what he's capable of if he turns that chi dial up and he gets into 15 milliliters, maybe even 20 ounces, or God forbid, a kilogram worth of chi. Now, since I've been studying Tai Chi from Adam for a while, he calls it Tai Chi, I'm able to pick up on subtle things that most of you probably didn't see, so I'm going to break it down for you plebeians. Adam was actually moving so fast during this demonstration that after he sent the student flying, Adam himself zoomed over there and gave him a Naruto 1,000 years of pain, and then sat right back down, all in a single frame that you probably can't even find through slowing this video down. Only through the trained peepers of a Tai Chi master was I able to pick up on this.
I use heavy. Very heavy. or very light. I use very slow. Very slow. Doesn't matter how fast he wants to move. I use slow.
Not only is Adam a biological weapon, he's a biological anomaly. There is no way of knowing just how old this guy is. He's got the hairstyle of fucking Neo Cortex from Crash Bandicoot. He looks like a mad scientist that's in his 70s, but has the body of a gamer. There's just no way of pinning the tail on this donkey. It's checkmate. If you were forced to give a police sketch description of the gentleman who spiritually fucked your soul without ever even touching you, how would you even describe this gentleman?
Well, I use very fast. Change. Not light, not heavy, not fast, not slow. Correct. Not incorrect. Try to follow the method. If you have sincerity towards the method, towards Tai Chi Chuan will be sincere to you.
Profound and thought-provoking words, and it's a motto I live my life by now. And thanks to following this code, this method, I am able to ejaculate without ever even touching myself.
So looking at anti-takedown or counter-takedown.
Now maybe some of you non-believing heretics didn't trust the method there with Adam's demonstration while sitting down. Maybe you thought the student was in on it and just kind of playing along with the ruse and it's all a sham. Well, do I have the answer for you? This is Sifu Adam teaching us all how his Tai Chi can be used to prevent MMA takedowns. And he peels back the curtain here on some forbidden techniques. The repulse monkey and, Lord help us all, golden cock. Also, shout out to whoever in Adam's life told him to just shave his head. Probably the best decision he's made since starting his Tai Chi training. Shaving his head was crucial. He de-aged himself like 30 years just from that maneuver right there. So even if you take nothing away from the martial arts here, martial arts, a term I'm using very loosely, let this be a lesson to you that sometimes you need to reevaluate your style.
The repulse monkey. We shift the weight back and we step back on the line and it's got some an, jin, and you release out for repulse monkey. It's a great way to defend the single leg takedown or even an attempt at a double leg. So just to look at the method, if they were going to shoot in, I'd shift back, turn my body as he's still coming in, touch the head, and just follow far towards the ground or out to the side.
An extension of that movement that I was theory crafting on in Tai Chi is after the repulse monkey and you're following them down like this, you can keep following through doing a full ballerina twist, getting out a shovel and digging their grave because you just fucking killed them with the repulse monkey if you're using this technique. Only use this on someone that you think deserves to die. This is way too powerful to just be freely posting on YouTube. I can't believe it's here.
So back if you're more engaged, like so. And then if they really work it, again, throw some punches or whatever. Okay, and then of course you can step in to finish.
Good luck to MMA takedowns going forward, am I right? How do you stop that? You can't. You can't. You can only hope to, negotiate your way out of there diplomatically. Like, hey, look, I'm sorry I went for an MMA takedown. I didn't know you had mastered the repulse monkey. Please spare me and my family. I had no fucking clue who I was dealing with. But it's probably already too late, because if he busted out the repulse monkey, your goose is already cooked, friend.
So they grab your legs, and they drive forward and pick up your leg and so on to take you down. So we could look at maybe golden cock, right? In a large frame once again, and you change, and there's the an as you transfer, and then you pick up the other leg.
The golden cock, I don't even think I need to explain to you. We've all heard of that before. It's basically the dance of death. It's like a real-life waterfowl dance, honestly.
So I'd look at it slowly. If he did get my leg, I failed, I didn't get back in time. He picks up my knee and drives forward. I follow, picking up the foot like golden cock. And then I do the transition and sink the arm. Now the key to this is that, so in the form here, when I change and sink down, that I sink the chi, mobilize the chi to my foot and to my hands, mobilizing out so that my leg becomes impossibly heavy. I'm following with my leg and then firing through my leg, and continuing and guiding and adding jin with the hands.
He makes it look so easy, but in practice, you'll never find someone that can do it so fluidly, because there's a lot that's happening internally. As he mentioned, he has to be mobilizing his chi into different areas. It's not as simple as just this. Only an amateur would think it's just this. There's a lot of chi that happens, and I'm going to try my best here, so if I crash through the floor, just know I made my leg too impossibly heavy with too much chi. But what he's doing is he's taking all of the chi during Golden Cock after getting his leg taken. He's bringing it up, and then he's mobilizing here, and there's a lot of chi happening down in this region. And then he does that, which, man, my bones are cracking under the pressure of how much chi I mobilized. But anyway, upon successful cock, the opponent will most likely die.
I failed. He drives forward and picks up my knee. There's the first Golden Cock. I step back and arm down. This would be the second one on the way up for the knee strike to the head. So in real time now.
Lord have mercy on anyone that tries an MMA takedown with someone who's well versed in Adam's Tai Chi. They will not know what's about to happen to them.
Which doesn't mean it's exactly the same as the form, but it has the qualities of the form. Open, upright, the regal nature of Yang style. It doesn't do weird movements. Yang style doesn't do any of that. It's always just, right? That's its nature. So you have its nature. And then you gradually start refining so that at any time you can make your body in such a way that you can control them and produce power.
I think he's saying Young style. I don't really know what that is. I'm only familiar with fucking epic style. Am I right, gamers? But he's trying to teach something there and getting an arm massage from his student until he didn't want that arm massage anymore, and he produced an invisible blast, a force field that was projected outwards from his body.
Now, from the coarse to the subtle, you just go through the pattern and you use the repetitive nature of the pattern to produce accuracy in your body. Oh. Now, the key point is the consciousness, the chi, the jin.
The burst of energy that he's emitting is just overwhelming. You can see the students getting just fucking thrown all over the place here. On that final one, you could even hear a groan of pain, or perhaps even pleasure, as his body was confused with the energy that was thrust into it. Maybe it was something that maybe even got down there and tickled the G-spot. Perhaps a brown note that even produced a little bit of a fart with a extra little packed punch there, a little shardy party. There's really no telling, and that's kind of the beauty of Adam's brand of Tai Chi. Its power lies in its unpredictability, and as he states, the consciousness of the Jin. There's just... I could get into this for hours. It's something that warrants endless study, and you're never going to be as effective at it as Adam clearly is. But even just integrating it into your life can turn you from just ordinary Joe Schmo goober into an absolute killing machine. We already saw how effective the Repulse Monkey and Golden Cock is, and now he's showing you a couple of like invisible blasts through Tai Chi movements once you accept the consciousness, right? So it's just, you get the idea, is the point. So hopefully this will help you win all of your upcoming fights. Hopefully this will be helpful to all of you out there, and that's really about it. See ya. Black Belts, a collection of martial arts fails. Let's fucking go! I've got a good feeling about this. Yes! Again? Alright, okay. Okay. So is this to become a black belt? Or is she already a black belt? Oh, a technique like this, she's absolutely already a black belt. Better not talk any shit at the book club meeting. Be the last mistake you ever make. Okay, stop making her punch it. She's gonna break her goddamn wrist. Maniac. Is that even wood or is that a block of steel? Okay, good God. Have mercy. There we go. Next time, let's use some softer wood besides fucking mahogany. He's kicking pretty high. I mean, that's impressive. Nice. Nice, very good, looking good, very good. Excellent technique. Oh, the spinning cuckold kick. You don't often see that attempted. Can you stop hurting the children here, please? Oh! God, Jesus. Nearly took his head off. He's too powerful. So is this all from, like, the same dojo? They're training some real assassins here. Get your come on now. Thank you. Hey, come on now. I'm missing the action. There it is. First try. Exit Prime Blue, Wolfie, and the resub fraud. Now this is self-defense. I always wonder when this would ever be helpful, to have like a routine like this. Like, let's say someone's coming up to steal your wallet. Like, how is this gonna help? Like, you just go into an interpretive dance. It's supposed to be for discipline. Oh, like if you can embarrass yourself using this, you can do anything? I mean, far be it from me to question the efficacy of the technique, but I don't feel like this would get a whole lot of... Like, let's say you're being ambushed by a group of ninjas, right? And then you break this out, you're still fucked, right? I'm sure you guys can already tell just by looking at me, but I'm actually trained in martial arts. I was a black belt in Taekwondo. I even won a couple of Taekwondo showcases. I have the trophies to prove it back at my parents' house. So I know quality martial arts when I see it. And this is some of the best I've ever seen. Show us some moves. I'll show you a little high kick. I think I've still got the flexibility. I can't do it towards my webcam or my balls will fly out. But, you ready for this? Pretty fucking lethal, huh? Did you see that? Could you even get how high my leg was on camera? And did you hear my fucking legs pop? My knees popped something fierce there, which only means that I'm a trained weapon. Like, if you blinked, you may have missed the kick. My knees certainly weren't expecting that. I haven't busted one of those out in a long time. But I bet you're wondering, Charlie, that was a right high kick. Very impressive, but what about your left? Well... Watch this. Hold on. Yep. Yeah. You don't want to meet me in a back alley, I'll tell you what. Damn, she's going off script. Freestyling. Nice. If that board wasn't made out of titanium, it'd be in pieces by now. Vaporize it. There we go. One more. For our city. Nice. Gotham's got a new protector. There we go. Looking good. Damn. Wait, this kid's going in. That's gotta hurt. There we go. Now we've got the momentum. Easy. Love to see that. Good work. Oh my god. He's surrounded by wooden boards. The most fearsome of opponents. He went to the lumber yard, and he's getting bullied now. Little do they know they're going up against the only man... Oh my god. Very nice. Oh, capoeira style, I see. Classically trained. Very good. I don't know why he pushed her down. He's getting too into the RP. Oh, that was a pulled groin. You hate to see that. Let me see the technique one more time. What was he trying to do? What is this? What is this apparatus here? It's just like a bunch of shelves. I guess it's like you're trying to demolish your bookshelf. You'd want to do one of these kicks. Like who the fuck are you fighting here? Are you fighting two kids on top of each other in a trench coat like they were trying to get into an R-rated movie and you saying no thank you? You're just fucking trying to go through two of them? Yeah, I guess if you just don't like ladders, you can try that. It's an axe kick? Oh. I see. Wow. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh, be careful with that. Let's go! Let's go! You have to really commit to it. You have to really throw your body at it. There we go. Somebody's screaming, oh my god! This is it! Oh. Alright, let's go. Shake it off. We do better in the fourth quarter anyway. Let's fucking get it! My god, he's like a missile! Did he break his leg? What happened? Bro, finish the routine. Break the wood. What happened? How did he even hurt himself? Oh, he absolutely blew out his knee. Oh yeah, he came down like ass on that. Oh, you'd never want to come down straight leg like that. Eek. Oof. Martial arts so good you hurt yourself in the process. Oh, fuck yeah.
Detroit Urban Survival Training. Right now we're going to share with you what you should do if you want to defend yourself against a person holding a blade in reverse grip. This is the reverse grip.
Beg him to stop.
Control pitch and angle, but his weapon is hidden.
Try asking.
Normally what you'll see is their hand is in this position. You won't even be able to see the blade often. Back, it's moving back and forth. As it comes in, you come in. As you're coming in, your hand is going here, straight. Your body is bent forward, so your guts are not going to be interacting with the blade. Your arm goes here, which articulates the arm, and you put your hand next to the blade where the guard is, pull it forward, and it goes right into your hand. This intelligent option will increase your survivability.
Okay, I guess. Very useful if you're in an anime where someone's actually using a reverse grip on a knife. I guess. And if you happen to be like lightning fast. But for an ordinary man, just try asking him, hey, bub, don't do that, please. Oh god!
Right now,
He gutted him like a fish!
You're using a blade to defend your life or the lives of others, and a person grabs your knife hand with two hands. The elbow down, which breaks the hold on the thumb. So he's holding here. That's how the weapon comes free here. Eyes back, going in the throat. This intelligent option can improve your survivability and save your life.
He's trying so hard to come up with new techniques. And they're all working. God damn it. What happens if the robber watches his videos? Then you're already dead. That wasn't really like a how to beat a robber. That was if you want to rob someone and they fight back. That wasn't really a tutorial for like defense. That was a tutorial for attacking. So it's just kind of like Detroit threat management has become like Detroit threat supervillain lair. Like they're producing the threat now. Kind of like how in Spider-Man when Mysterio was like making all of the shit so that way he could be the hero. He's creating criminals so that way they can save the day. Do you think this guy ever won a fight? Dale's a pretty big boy. I'm sure he's won a couple fights. I have no doubt about that. Hands-free knife takedown.
Detroit Urban Survival Training, we're going to share with you right now what you can do to increase your survivability. If a person has a blade, it's an
they've got some weak bones.
Not committing, but you need to stop the threat. So he's not leaning forward, he's not actually stabbing yet. Instead of waiting, We take initiative using our longest, strongest weapon, which is our leg. We're gonna turn
Well,
the
depending
leg
on how
slightly,
tall you are, I
which
guess.
actually can sometimes bait them. You're gonna go straight to the knee and go all the way through. This intelligent option will increase your survivability.
All right. Okay. Can you drop a larger attacker? No. You just lose.
Back, pushing. You're trying to resist. Push up. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna drop down
Whoa!
underneath them. If they have fabric, you grab it. If they don't, doesn't matter. If they have fabric, grab it. If they don't, you're just gonna hold it here. And as you fall down, as they're pushing forward, your feet are gonna go underneath them.
All right, I guess. I don't know who's gonna like attack somebody like this where you get into like a rugby scrum. But yeah, I mean this would work, you know, just like fall down. And hopefully they don't let go of you, I guess. Because otherwise then you're just in an even worse position. This is not judo. I know what you're talking about with a hip throw. This is or a hip toss, right? This is not really a hip toss, this is more like a salad toss. You just kind of fucking flop down. It's called a sacrifice. How to hip.
Judo.
Let's see.
Step, pivot. Step, pivot. Step, pivot. That's the footwork.
This is
now,
the. Is
I'm
that
in the
okay?
clinch. Okay, it's easy. You can throw it from here, but easier. Punch him. Get over here. Step. Step, pivot. Hip throw. Okay, sorry, buddy. You okay?
Pretty much the same thing as this.
They're pushing forward.
Kinda.
Your feet are gonna go underneath them.
I couldn't spot the difference. How to disarm a stick or a bottle. Oh, how many people are coming at you with like a stick? Like a dog? Oh my god, this dog's coming at me with the stick I just threw. Flip it over. Nice. We got him.
You're going to strike them in the chin with your right hand. Take your fingers into their eyes. Wrap his hand with your left hand. Try to skull him to the ground. This
Yeah.
intelligent option can increase your survivability.
Fuck yeah. Ooh, this one kind of popped off for him. A shotgun disarm. We've seen this before, but not against RoboCop. Every technique is wildly different. I think one of the main problems Dale has is he thinks when someone's face gets touched, it like turns off their entire like nervous system. Like people just shut down in his demonstrations when their face even gets like poked like in here. Like what's that gonna do? You like touch me on my cheek? Why am I gonna like all of a sudden just Yeah, I guess maybe chi energy. They're overloading the chakra nodes. Perhaps vibrating at the correct frequency. UFC success doesn't translate to street fighting. Yeah, the only thing that translates to street fighting is Dale's techniques.
And here you can see he's knocked unconscious.
Damn.
This individual is large and he's also out of shape.
Okay, Dale.
That translates into the ability to transfer power as long as it's not long term. And in these situations, we can increase survivability by understanding the difference between survival and sport.
Okay, Dale, in all honesty though, like I get you're trying to puff out your feathers like we are more effective in a real survival situation than martial arts. But let's take, for example, this video. None of your techniques call for like any defense against a surprise attack. You get sucker punched.
And here you can see
Like there's like you don't teach us anything to avoid that
this
either.
individual is large. So this is what will keep you alive and increase your survivability.
Not a single one of his videos talks about how to defend yourself from a surprise attack. Everything is like, you guys are in a standoff. Like in a Dragon Ball Z episode. And then you act. Nothing to account for like, you've been shocked. This man's coming at you with a sucker punch and a frying pan. You have only a matter of milliseconds to defend yourself. There's really nothing you can do about that. Pistol disarm hostage rescue.
You Detroit Urban Survival Training. We're going to share with you right now.
It's a good way of getting the hostage killed and yourself.
Someone's life's in danger and they're being held hostage by a gun in close quarters. Now, we don't suggest you do this if you believe that you can comply with the directives or wait for law enforcement to get there to assist. Number one, you're going to agree with them. And
in what situation has this ever happened in the real world outside of an action movie? Why would just a normal civilian be put in a situation like this? I've got your 4th grade math teacher right here, Bond. You're going to have to give me all the money in the cash register or he gets it.
And what you're going to do is go straight to the top end of the weapon. This is going to be the front of the frame, the barrel, the slide. You're going to grab here, and you're going to push it right back towards her face. Here, you're going to take control of the grip, and this will give you control of the weapon and increase your survivability.
Fuck yeah. Goddamn right it will. I like how they reply to comments like this.
If you grab the front of your hand.
By kicking him in the balls?
She pins the hand. This locks the wrist while locking the hand here so we cannot move her head against her will and whip her around and take her head and strike things. So she's now going to take her foot.
How does that stop that from happening? Ah, my wrist is held. Luckily I still have my whole arm to move. That doesn't do anything. Unless she weighs like 3 pounds, he's not even going to really be moving her around with just his wrist. How does that like shut down the whole arm operation? And he has an entire other arm to come in there and be like, hey, stop that. Stop. Get your hands off. Stop it.
That is how you can get free from a man who holds you by the front of your hair. You're actually locking them, taking them down, causing pain to their hand as well. And now you're free. So this is a way to increase your survivability. Forward.
He was actually pretty close to giving a good tip. Instead of kicking the knee,
right into the
just kick him in the dick. Dale has like honor, so he feels like if he taught you to kick someone's nuts, people would get upset at him, I guess. But the most unironically, probably the most effective thing you could do here is aim for the cock. There's no such thing as honor when you're trying to survive. If you have a full strength kick to someone's knee like that, they're gonna be fucked. Yeah, assuming that they're standing like this, fucking knees locked. Most people are gonna be moving around. It's a lot harder to hit their knee. You'll end up like hitting up here, which isn't gonna do anything, hitting their shin, which I guess would hurt a little bit. But aiming for their cock is gonna be a lot more consistent. Like, all of these are assuming the person's just standing still, which is never the case. I don't know what this pointing attacker means.
Detroit Urban Survival Training.
Thanks to Tier 1.
Right now we're going to share with you what to do
Diaper.
if you are encountering an aggressor, an attacker that is pushing you, pointing, coming towards you, and you don't want to do anything but go by and simply keep moving. When the hand comes out, you're going to go here, just like that, and keep moving. Another option, when the hand comes out,
what does that mean?
When you do that is you push here on the wrist, then the elbow, and then you keep walking. You do it quickly like this, hand comes out, and this intelligent option will rip off your identification card.
What the fuck was... What was I learning to defend myself from? Is that like a meme or something that I'm missing? What did I just watch? It seemed like they were just two people walking by each other in public, and you just... Get the fuck away. You just go around.
So if you want to take control of someone who is aggressing, who is pushing their hands, bracing, stopping you from having freedom, here's what you can do. Now right here we have a lock. We can increase the lock using fingers here, or we just simply hold them.
Like, why did this guy just come out of nowhere and put his hand on my chest? Is it like a sexual assault kind of thing? Like how to prevent it, maybe?
Detroit Urban Survival Training. Today we're going to share with you a way you can defend your life against a baseball bat wielding attacker. The way that works, number one,
all right,
come in this way because you want to block all the energy here. If you're not going to make it, all of a sudden you see this too far along, you're going to automatically extend this arm. This arm comes out here, forms a fulcrum, which automatically impacts here, which causes the weapon to come forward, hyperextending or breaking the arm. As you go in this direction, it will extend, cause their arm to hyperextend or break, and you will have the weapon. And now you have a
easy
to increase your survivability.
Fuck them up, yeah. All right. Oh god, he's really coming in. Oh! Get fucked.
When he's swinging, the reason this works is because by the time he's able to redirect this, it's too late. Fingers go into the eyes, Elevate back, extend, smash the skull to the ground or the wall, secure the weapon.
Yeah, I think it's only a matter of time before someone actually follows this advice and then finds themselves in a situation where they try and use it and get killed. If it hasn't already happened. Like, his videos are huge. Like, some of these pop off. 117 million views on the worst way to survive a gun to your chest. His advice is to grab the gun. Like, after it fires. So, it's really just a matter of when, not if. Why did we do that? He was just minding his own business, man.
Detroit Urban Survival Training. The way this works is I went
Why did we do that to him?
right here. It breaks the vertical plane and causes them to go back. You can use
What
that
are you
as a
talking
intelligent
about?
option to improve your likelihood of survivability in a situation where the person is much larger than you and you want to take them down.
What do you mean? This guy wasn't like what? This technique wouldn't translate into any situation. Like, if this guy had his hands on you and you start like poking at his nose or like making him smell your finger or something, he's not falling over. This only worked because you surprised the man on his walk home. You fucking assaulted him. I also like how Dale made him fall out of the pads. So this big guy just landed on actual concrete over here. You know that shit hurt. He should sue Dale. Whoa. Wow, oh my god. Fuck me, that montage was luckily they slowed down the footage so we could keep up with his movements. I bet if that was at full speed, it would have looked like he didn't move at all. Dale's on another level. Russian car fighting. Well, it's not just Russian car fighting, it's called karjutsu. Karjutsu. But yeah, they're blowing up on Twitter. I know all about it. They also have phone booth boxing. Yeah, you might recognize the caster as JT, baby. I thought it was actual car fighting. No, they just fight in a car.
Oh, right away,
oh goodness gracious, he got the unbuckle. The unbuckle record there.
And blocks the seatbelt of Davidson. You can see here in the top left-hand corner of your screen, reaches over, blocks the seatbelt with his left hand.
This is like some technique Dale would have taught you from Detroit Survival Training Fitness.
Davidson into the driver's side door, and right now you can see he's trying to slide his knee through for knee on belly or possibly even mount here.
Oh, he's in a bad position there.
Oh, he looks like he's got the driver's side seatbelt.
Oh, he's gonna strangle him with the seatbelt.
That driver's side seatbelt around the neck of Davidson, and Davidson, it's just.
I haven't seen this one. Jesus Christ!
He's figured out what's happening.
Oh my God!
He has got that seatbelt wrapped all the way around his throat. He's trying to defend, but there's not a lot that can be done here. He is in a bad situation. And
yeah, that's
like
rough.
That, Raymond Felton wins the. Davidson doesn't look
This is
happy,
barbaric. You don't know the meaning of the word barbaric.
And you can see here in
this is civilized.
Here, Felton right away gets to smashing, and as soon as he
action
sees the
movie combat,
to grab that seatbelt, he grabs the seatbelt. You can see right.
Wait until
here,
he hits the
he's
ejector
starting
seat.
To push it across. Good job, Ray.
Oh, but God! Now Davidson's got the driver's seat. He'll start banging his head on the fucking steering wheel, honking the horn with it.
Okay, round 2 underway, and it looks like.
Oh, he got the seatbelt again! You can't keep giving up the seatbelt.
Ray already all over Davidson. Davidson's trying to get.
Oh
out of there.
wow! Good wiggle, good wiggle. Oh,
he's fighting
that's
hands
rough.
with that front headlock. That's the go. Not a lot of room to work.
Maybe throw him through the sunroof.
Okay,
oh!
making a little bit of space here
good recline, good recline.
The passenger side seat. Bill gets caught around his left arm, and currently.
Well, he's in a good position right now, though. He's got that like squatting lotus technique going on. Oh, that might be all she wrote.
Ray's got quite a bit of experience into it. Takes a submission.
Oh, he's going to the back seat. Oh, you can't give up the back seat.
What that means essentially is that Davidson has.
If there's one thing I've learned from Salt,
to secure a submission
that Angelina Jolie movie.
He will lose the match. If he can get his
oh God, fake taxi's popping off.
Couple of seconds, he can
recline the driver's side seat.
No, it doesn't look like Ray's going to let that happen.
Full mount?
I think Ray would rather give up his back here, and that's what's happening. Davidson taking the back of Felton.
Damn, what a turnaround.
Naked choke. Doesn't look like they're both absolutely exhausted, and it's almost 90 degrees inside the car. It is a miserable.
Oh yeah, they didn't even turn on the air conditioner.
Oh,
oh no!
The safety lock stops Davidson, and it looks like Ray heard the safety lock and then grabbed this. It's going to happen.
This is like
Davidson. But
wrestling, but with
match.
also
We got
doing
20
the hot
seconds
car
left.
challenge.
Davidson can try and secure something here, but he doesn't have any time to finish.
No, there's
Let's
no
listen in
time to finish here.
Oh, we've got a tap. Wow.
Oh, wait, what?
1 second left. Davidson, rear naked choke, tap out over Raymond
Okay,
Felton.
little plot twist there.
Wow, let's take a look at the replay here.
Everything wasn't lost at Makeout Reef this time.
Q Davidson won the second round with a rear naked choke, and here we
They
are
should add
in the
another
back
element
seat.
to this.
4
Like
minutes
when they're
for
in their
one of these two
backseat component,
competitors to
there should be an
submit the
Uber
other one
driver
and
up
win the
front, and you
match.
get
If
like
that does
a,
not happen,
I don't know, maybe
we will
something
go
on the
immediately
judge's
to
scoring
sudden
card if
death.
you tip him.
And he's trying to fiddle with the seat belt.
Maybe get the
again, but this
headrest off
time
and start
he's
beating
going
him
to
with
that
it.
back seat belt, and it looks like the safety lock. And he's got it.
Oh, that's gonna be
Davidson
gonna be
with
tough.
6 points. That'll go to the leaderboard for the season. But right now,
They should add a
Davidson is
component where the
trying to win
vehicle's
match.
moving, so you have to
He's
do it in
got
a
the
moving
seat
vehicle
belt, and
too.
he's trying to wrap it around the. You can hear these two athletes breathing. This is it. They are miserable and absolutely exhausted.
Oh!
Davidson pushes the passenger seat forward.
He said enough
and now
enough
he's got the
fishy
seat belt
business.
all the way
I want the
around
whole
neck
seat belt.
of Ray Felton. He's got the seat belt on the right side.
He's got two
He's
seat
gonna
belts.
reach under now with his
He's
right
dual
hand
wielding.
here. He's going to reach under and he's going to grab the
Gonna
seat
fucking
belt
decapitate
and
him.
pull it behind the head of Felton, pushing with his left hand and using his right forearm. And
Yeah,
there
no
you have
shot.
it. It's an
Yeah,
Ezekiel
there was no
seat
shot he
belt
gets out of that.
by Q Davidson to win the match. Almost looked like we were watching a crime. Raymond Felton, fantastic fight. Q Davidson.
That
what
did look like a crime. It was
Great
like murder
come from behind
footage.
win. Let's take a look at the replay here.
Edison versus Punisher. Okay, just one more quick one. With a name like that. Oh god, he's got the door open. He's gonna fucking start slamming his head against
Trying
it.
everything he can.
Slamming the door into it.
Oh, here he goes.
Oh, jeepers!
On the side of the car, and
Oh,
there he
fuck!
Goes. He's thrown Sam out. Faust
Oh
is
god, they
sitting
even broke the
there.
windshield. What the fuck
Here,
happened?
leverage with his,
Jesus, wait, this one's crazy.
and there it is.
4 points, red.
Oh, what? Now this is an interesting technique. The motorboat of death.
Position to be in. The opponent is behind the steering wheel. Faust is looking to make
Good
a little bit
tactic
of,
though, open the
A
door.
little bit of space here so he can work, and he's opened up the driver's side door, which doesn't seem like it's
Smother him
gonna
with
work
his
for him
own
here. He's in
tits
a
there. That was a good
position.
strategy.
Sam just, it looked like an unintentional eye poke there.
Yeah, that is a big guy. Holy
Laying
shit.
Flat in the driver's side seat with his head on the armrest.
Maybe put a finger in his ear. Lick your finger and put in his ear a little wet willy. It'll stun him.
Sam's looking for that right
All's
arm.
fair
Now
in
he's looking for the
Karjitsu.
left arm.
Oh
Sam's
god.
just hunting here, and it
We,
doesn't
we've
look like
we've
there's
got to
much
get
available,
something
but he
cooking
is in
here.
great position.
Come on, Rance. Get your finger and like go up and down on his lips. Give him one of those.
Into the car, or Faust is shrimping
It'll
his way
scare
over
him.
to the other seat. Oh, here he goes.
No, baby.
Side of the car, and there he goes. He's thrown Sam out. Sam's head is
He's
about an
wiggling.
inch from the mat, front of the throne.
It looks like being in the driver's seat is a huge
Sam's very
disadvantage.
calm. You can look at his eyes and see he's very, very calm here, but he's in a bad position. Faust
This
is
looks
secure
very-
mount.
this-
He's got
this almost looks
about 8
romantic.
inches worth of seat belt here. The safety lock has kept him from.
He,
pulling
he's
the
not even
seatbelt
taking
out
the threat
completely.
seriously right now.
I think Sam is successfully defending. Get a different camera.
What is he?
Faust has
I
got
can't
his
tell what
right
I'm looking.
hand.
Oh my
He's
god.
gripping the wire that holds the headrest to the seat, and also in that hand.
Yeah,
he's
that's
got
gonna be tough.
8 inches of seat belt. So he has got Sam trapped against the seat.
This is one of those moments
Listen
where
to
you
the
need to be able to breathe out of your ass.
Sam is unable to move. His head is stuck to the seat. He's being choked by the seat belt. Faust is in position. He's got.
Oh, he's getting with like the Joker laugh. They're going crazy in the hot car.
Going to do with it, but he has got a fantastic.
Someone let out a little fart there. What was that?
Here for some sort of a front choke.
Oh, that'd be a good strategy actually.
Not a lot
Stink
of
him
room to
out,
work inside the car.
rip ass, and then go to town. I think Rance really kind of took control of this round here.
And it looks like we're going to the third round.
That's the back seat time.
Heavy breathing from both competitors.
These are some big boys here for the back seat. That's not a whole lot of room to work.
And methodical. Faust is trying to shove him in between the seats.
What are you watching?
And just a little bit of a misstep by Sam has put him in a
Oh, you gave up your belly.
Holy
You
smokes.
showed your belly. You showed tummy. Oh, but wait a minute.
Sam, the bully choke. But while doing so, he has absolutely gotten himself into a bad spot. His hips are trapped between the two front seats, and you can't
Oh
see
yeah,
now,
that's gonna be all she wrote.
Has figure forward the legs of Samuel Eidson.
He's gonna turn the car on, rip the wires out, and shock him with it.
Currently, Faust is a very, very serious situation here. There's no mobility whatsoever for Sam.
Yeah, he's got his legs locked there. He's got him in like a coffin stance.
Oh my gosh. Sam's trying to stay as calm as possible, but able to escape.
Yeah, I think this one's kaput. I don't see how Sam gets out of this. Unless he rips the steering wheel off and starts like slapping him around with it.
Oh, he's going to jiggle the keys here, create a little bit of a diversion. And he has absolutely passed from the back seat to the front seat. He still has mount. Wow.
Jiggling the keys for a diversion?
That was clever. Floorboard.
Just hide in the floorboard, Sam. He can't get you there.
Okay, here.
What is happening?
Try to win this fight right here. 10
oh,
seconds.
oh.
Holy smokes. Sam's
that
head is stuck behind the steering wheel.
And what is
Sam
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
What is it? Jeepers creepers.
Sam and Faust has pulled in the match. Grants the Punisher Faust by submission. Holy smokes.
All right.
Wow. Two championship.
Man, Sam was in such firm control for round one. But then it was all Rance.